Hey guys, welcome back. I have made a second base. So the first one I uploaded was the one over here at Plateau of Beginnings. Wasn't really the best base, and so I made a second one, and this one is not the best base either, but I was building as I went. It's not like I was making a blueprint beforehand. I knew exactly which building I was going to build. What I did learn from another YouTuber, I forgot the YouTuber's name. It's a shame. I want to give him credit. But he advised that there's a trick to putting these foundations on the ground and clipping it as close as you can to. Well, you're not really clipping it, but you're trying to integrate it to the ground as low as possible. Because if you build a foundation, it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna look like this. But if you move it away from yourself farther enough, it will start going in, and this is where you can start adjusting it to the height that you want. And so I did it as low as so I did it as low as I could, and what this does is help you already outline the kind of ground you want. So what I did was I put a pell box here, and I started extending these lines all the way as far as the circle goes, trying to make like a cross shape so I know how far it is. And for each section, I decided to build a facility, I guess you can call it. So I built like a cross foundation, and as I made a cross, I started adding more foundations as finishing touches. So you can imagine this line would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations. So I know on this side there's like about 8 foundations of space. Over there's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. And then I know, okay, 8 by 8, there's so much space. You do have to take into account that these circles are not a square but a circle, so do keep that in mind if you're making your facilities. But yeah, this helps me outline better, and it makes the city look nice. So if you have the issues where you build a building here and then you build one here, and it doesn't really look nicely organized, like a line here, a line there, and it looks like a bit, how do I say that, it's a bit, doesn't look neatly, doesn't look structured. So with the help of these foundations, it makes everything look structured. So I'm just gonna showcase it. It's not the best base because again, I was building as I go. Like after I finished building, or more or less did the majority of the building, I started realizing like it's not convenient to build it like that, it's not convenient to build it like this. So those are things you realize as you build. So for the next I guess build playthrough, you will have even better designs that suits your needs. But I'm just gonna illustrate what I did. So this is just the ground level, you could say. My friends did suggested that it is a hassle to come all the way down here every time to take out and take in pals. If this was more around in the middle, around maybe 8 or 7 blocks high, or maybe even 5 or 6, it would have been better because then they could be in the building and reach the pal box quicker. So those are ideas that comes in later. But yeah, this is what the base kind of looks like. I'll slowly move. Made a little bridge over there. This is one of the buildings I made. This is another building I made. My friends called it a love hotel. And so I don't know about you guys. It doesn't look like a love hotel, right? This one is, I made this building for breeding, but yeah, my friends call it a love hotel. I didn't really realize it looked like a love hotel. Maybe we can get a better view here. Yeah, I thought it looked cool like that. But anyways, I'll show you the first facility, or maybe the ground level. So I made this bridge just because I thought it would be nice. It's something that came along the way. But under the bridge, I thought of building these little wall defenses attached to. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Started building a wall defense as attached to the bridge, so it looks like it's being supported by something. And then I did that to the other side as well. And as you notice, in between, I thought of putting these two, a quarry, or well, I'll just call it a quarry, and a place to cut tree, lumbering. So I put it in between there. The only sad part is that maybe I should have made these buildings about 3 walls high, not 2, because if I do want like an Astagon Paul to start mining, he does kind of get stuck. Like he does come here and mine, but afterwards when he's hungry or needs to move around to go eat or sleep, then he gets stuck. So that is an issue. So keep in mind, if you want bigger pals, at least 3 walls high, preferably. I made like a food table here, so I try to keep everything as close by as possible. The food is close by, the 2 beds is close by, the 2 hot springs is close by, so they don't have to walk long to get the sanity recovery and all of that they need before they start working again. As you can see, I'm very humane. No, they're not stuck in a cell, at least for these spells. But then you'll start seeing my negative side as I go throughout the other facilities. They make a little big container here. I just dropped it wherever, where my friends thought like, hey, we don't have enough space in this chest. We'll just dump it over there in the dump chest, because they don't like organizing. And so they just dump it there, and I pick it up and start organizing stuff. Base mommy, I guess, whatever. I put a chest right here next to the pallet box in case they teleport to this space and they just want to dump stuff and then leave. So, now that we went through it more or less, I guess we can show the backside. Backside, I was still thinking about the idea, but I just started adding stuff as I went. I just put an electricity here, a bit far away from the base, for them to charge. As you can see, our Grisball is taking a nap. And as you've noticed, I try to keep everything close by. So the food here, the hot spring there, the bed there. Keep in mind 2 walls at least for these kind of pals, because they do get stuck if you have like a 1 wall only. But yeah, I try to keep it here. Made a little nice roof for it. And this one as well. Don't mind the pals. My friend has been messing around and putting stuff, so that's not intended. But anyways, this was supposed to be another pal for the bird, so the bird can stay here while he cooks and then gets everything he needs. I made a little nice roof here just to add some detail to it. I do think like I wish we had more variety in decorating the walls and everything, but I guess that comes maybe it'll be an addition later, not the developer's priority. So let's look at the first facility. This one over here. The ground floor, the first floor is a sort of planting place, and the top side is where my friends can stay and sleep in for the day. If I open this, you can see I have everything that I would need that the pals who do farming would do. Again, don't mind the pals that we have because they're not assigned properly. He's supposed to be producing high quality cloth, but as you load into the game, they start reloading and then they start glitching. I built a silo, two wheat farms, I think. I built this little thingy, this boost up the farming, or I think the planting production efficiency. Again, medicine, windmill, all of these things that and crush. Is this a crusher? Yeah, a crusher. So I keep everything close by with the pals that tend to operate these things. So watering is for like planting and stuff, but I also keep the crusher here because the same watering pal can, again, once he's done doing everything, go back to producing whatever I need for the crusher or whatever I need for the flour. And I would have like a pal like a Lylene or something that after she finishes gathering and planting and all of that, she can make me medicine if I need to. So I keep everything close by, food and everything, the beds, so that they don't have to leave. And another tip for you guys, if you guys have issues where your pal is roaming too much, walking around instead of doing the work, and you just want them to stay at a specific location, simply close off the, well, I mean, it's not trying to be inhumane, but I'm just saying you close off everything. Because if I open this door, if you open this door, they will start roaming outside eventually after they're lazy or they take a break. But if you keep this door closed, all these sections closed, they stay here as well. So it's the same concept with the other facility. I'll show you right here. Here we have another one. Underground is all of the assembly line. Of course, the quality 2 assembly line or tier 2 will be built upstairs. We haven't done that yet. But again, it's the same concept. If I close this door and build a little door frame here and I close it, if I put in Anubis here, even though there's other tasks that can be done over there, because everything's closed off, the Anubis will only focus on the assembly and will start only producing the things that you want them to produce and not be distracted by other tasks. And if you want them to stay permanently here, you can always just drop a bed, a hot spring, and some food here, and they have everything they need. Kind of like a jail. But it's not a jail, because look, we have windows. Which kind of jail did you see have windows, huh? Yeah, thought so. Anyways, this is the kind of idea. You can see that I had a combination because I didn't want everything to just be wall. Because again, I wanted to add a little bit detail to it. So again, I use walls defenses. They do look nicer in combination. So what I do is I line up these wall defenses. And then I would have like a stone wall like this or something that's attached that I can build up. And it actually allows me to build these window frames right above the wall defenses, which looks really nice. Let's check over there. So, in order to get up here, you just go at the back, and as you can see, you put some lights here. Eventually, you'll unlock electricity. You can build lamp. So I try to, again, you see these foundations are all covered here. It's just to help me better strategize how much space I have, what I can build. So again, I go up here. We have a little bit of details. A little bridge over here, make it look a little bit nicer. I use the combination of windows and door frames to add some detail to it. I mean, it's not finished. This could be done way better. I didn't even start it adding decorations or anything like that. So, but it's the showcase about the design of the base to just give you an idea. Oh, what was that noise? Anyways, so I build these little dorms like this for my friends. When we all want to go to sleep, we don't want to wait. We want for it to be daylight. We just all go to sleep. You can design your own little house over here. I built 6. I think we're friends of 5 in total, but I just built 1 extra just in case. But yeah, you can build a house like this, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, about 6 spaces. And as you can see, I made some details, so it's actually 2 different buildings connected with each other. So give you a little idea, some inspiration. Maybe you have better ideas how to design it. And a little bridge. The way you build these little thingies is easy. You just build a wall or whatever it is that these roofs can attach to it, and then you build an extra wall like the third one over there, because when you build the third one up there, you're allowed to put these roofs, and once you connect these roofs, you can take off the third wall on the side, and that way it'll only leave you with 2 walls instead. So little foundations here. I started noticing that because of the uneven level, I extended these ceilings, so to speak, to make this bridge. But eventually, it'll say that it lacks support. So what I did was I tried to line up these foundations as best as I could. So I would do something like this. I would just go to foundations here, and I would just do the little trick that I told you from the beginning, where I try to line it up as the right height as possible, as close as possible. And once I managed to build this foundation here, I was able to further extend the ceiling. And as you can see, it looks connected, but it's actually not. I believe this ceiling here is what's extended. This is the max. And then this foundation here lets me to continue to build on other things and extend towards other places. I did have issues because this little bridge here, I wanted it to be supported by something. But it didn't work, so I tried to use another foundation and try to just try to add some little detail to it. So I added something like this over here. That's a little bit of detail. I was planning to add something here, but again, meh. I'm already feeling like making a build playthrough, but or a build design. I don't know if I'll do a playthrough. That seems like a lot of work. A little door over here. This is where you can go. We have all of our things that you would need to craft. So like 3 spheres, 3 weapons, and 3 quality workbenches. A little repair here. Some stuff here for your pal gear. And a box here always, in case they want to drop some stuff. And this tool set that increases your efficiency of handiwork. So this roof over here, you haven't seen it, but it's the Love Hotel. This Love Hotel. I don't like calling it Love Hotel, but we're sticking with it because apparently my friends thinks it looks like a Love Hotel. So I disagree, but whatever. Well, I guess I agree. But anyways, So the idea was is that, you know, I have a few friends, they all want to do breeding. So if I were to put these breeding facilities next to each other on ground level, I would have no space to do other things. So I thought about stacking it up. Because if you look carefully, do I have a flying mount? I guess I don't. On me at least. So let me just do this. Whoop. Oh. Oh, there's no space over there. But as you can see over here, you see that blue line up there? Or the little blue line on the last defensive wall up there. It actually shows you how high you can build. I'll go inside in a bit. So, again, to save space, I decided to stack the breeding up. And to have an idea, this breeding takes about 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to be safe, I did a 5 by 5 to have enough space to set it up. And it looks like this. And I think that with the new patch, as long as you have the pals in the facility, they will not leave. They will not need to be fed either or go to sleep. They will just stay here forever. But just in case, I just put 2 beds here, and this is where I keep a campfire and an incubator. Then we go upstairs, and all of these ground level floors are basically the same concept. We have another one over here, 2 beds, incubator, a campfire. And what's neat about a closed space like this is that a 5 by 5 is ideal. I've tried it with several pals, even Yormuntide, the little big serpent looking reptile. And they do move around, and they don't get stuck, and they don't roam out. They do not. And if they do, you can always just put a door frame. It's not an issue. But most of these animals, the small and the medium size, they stay here. They don't glitch out or start going out. And when you start your playthrough, where the map starts loading in, they don't glitch out of the floors, where you have to grab them one by one and drag them back here. They don't do that, which is really nice. Though the same cannot be said for the other facilities, because as you can see, we have these spells roaming about. They're supposed to be in this building. So do keep in mind that can be an issue, but it's not too much of a deal for us. On the first floor, we have where you saw the benches. And what's cool about having this pallet that I'm riding right now, which is a Fenglope, I think you can breed it with a dire wolf and a Malpaca. Not sure. You can Google that. But the cool thing about this guy is that, you know, when you have a big base like this, you can roam everywhere with this, and he actually fits through door frames, so that's nice. So anyways, this is like the first floor. Now we go to the second floor. Same concept. And the next thing next to it over here is attached to a new potential facility. Maybe we'll add the tier 2 assembly line over here. And I made an underground chest storage. I need to unmount though. I made an underground chest storage over here. After I made this, I started realizing maybe it's better to just keep it on the ground level. Make a little storage on the ground level would have been better. So those are ideas that comes on later. But you pop out and you're like, huh, well, it is a bit of a hassle. Maybe you could have designed it, put it in a better place. But it is what it is. So we have a storage there. We go up this floor. Same concept. Another here. This is one of the ranches that I add. So again, these ranches require only a 3x3, I would say, is enough. And if you have issues like sticking them to the corner here, just keep rotating them, because apparently the rotation matters. If you rotate it in a different way, it will have not enough space. But if you rotate it like this, for example, it will fit in the 3x3 to the corner. So just keep rotating and playing with it. It will work out. I put beds here so they don't have to ever leave. They'll be here forever and ever and ever and ever, for eternity. Some food, a chest here so my friends can just collect it, dump it there. A hot spring in case they ever need it. I haven't seen any pals that do ranching ever take a hot spring bath. But just in case, I put one there. Again, this adds a little nice detail to it, the defensive walls and the window frames. So this is the first ranch that we have. We go upstairs, same concept, and again we have another ranch, which is designed exactly the same way. And then we continue to go upstairs. As you can see, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5 breeding facilities or buildings. What do you call these things anyways? But yeah, I just call it breeding facilities. So as you see these blue lines over here, this is as high as I can build. These blue lines don't have to be all the way up here to cover this whole facility. As long as it's like touching it, you could say. Like for example, this line over here can mean that it's only covering this part of the building, but not the upper part. But that's okay as long as it's touching it, you can build. But if I were to go upstairs and build, then I am not allowed to build because it's already above the blue line. So again, I think this is about 16 walls high. Gives you an idea of how far up you can build. And if you're wondering which location this is, it's over here in the middle of this region, right next to your first tower of Rain Syndicate. There's a wall here. There's only one entrance here, so you can easily block off with a wall. I'll show you that in a bit. But yeah, it also has a nice view of everything. So that's basically the base. I don't know if I missed anything. Whoop. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything. But yeah, this is the base. As you can see, the defensive walls do help add a little bit of style to your buildings. I could have added a wall like this actually, but those are ideas that comes in. You're like, crap, I messed up. I could have done it better. But also, what's interesting to know, I don't know if you know that, but defensive walls can be stacked. Obviously, if I were to do this, on mount, if I were to go here to defenses, if I can, there it is. If I were to go here and go closer, it will not stack. So you have to be on the proper floor level. Say that I'm up here and I try to place it. It would work. It would work. But the issue is, if you look at the angle, it's like floaty. It's not even attached to the defensive walls. That's because you have to be on the defensive walls, or at least on the height where the defensive walls is. Because if I'm here, it's not gonna attach to it. But if I'm on the defensive walls, then I know for sure that it's gonna be attached to it. So when I do it, and I take a look at it, it's actually attached to it. And that's how you can stack your walls to make things look nicer. So that's an idea you can have. Again, instead of using window frames, you could add door frames. Make it look nicer. So those are ideas that comes later on. This isn't something that I already had in my mind and I just had to build it. These are ideas that came along, but as I said, as long as you have these floor foundations, they really help you out with planning, because then you have an idea of exactly how much space you have and what you can afford and what will be within your circle. So this is a really, really cool design. I feel like it could be way better. I guess a little roof over here. I made sure to have like little gaps like this, the ones connecting from this building and that building, because my friends will probably find it in hassle. I find it in hassle to walk all the way down or all the way up to get out. They can just climb up here, go through the gaps, and just fly out. Yeah, we got some furnaces over here. There used to be originally a hot spring, but I thought, well, it's better if to have everything that a pal would need close by. So I kept it close by and I exchanged these hot springs that were here for furnaces. I tried to keep the furnaces more further like this and not attached to the wall, because it becomes less of a hassle for birds to get stuck, especially if you just want to make the design look nice at a 2 walls height instead of 3. You just push the little far up and then you're good. They don't get stuck. Yeah, I just add little details here with foundations. I don't know what I wanted to do here. I really don't know. Maybe I was having idea looking at this that maybe this intersection crossing with each other, I could have made a building right here. But those are ideas I'll get for the next. I'll probably start a new playthrough and start building again. But yeah, this is the base that I have. I think it looks way cooler than the base that I had on the previous video. It looked more like a little town. Like here, it looks more like a, yeah, I don't know, like a district. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks nicer. Though I can't say the same for the efficiency of the pals. I'm sure there's other videos where this is terrible because it's not really making the pals work at max efficiency. I like to personally combine things with having the pals do the work that they need to do while not sacrificing aesthetics. And I do say aesthetics, but yeah, I didn't get around the chance to actually decorating. I just did the design. I could have started decorating, but whatever. Hope this video gives you an idea of what you can do, what you can build. Helps you give some visual inspirations about how you can go about designing your base. And if you have your own designs, let me know. I also want to know, because I do love play Paul. I do want to play the against the bosses and level up and everything. But I feel like I'm the type that likes to make sure that I'm prepared first. I have a nice home to come back to. And once I have everything built out nicely, how I want my house to look like, my base, my home, then I'll start venturing on towards the unknown and start capturing mobs and doing bosses. So that's why I've just been stuck. I'm only level 37. The highest I've got was 38, maybe 40 on the previous playthrough. I've had like 4 playthroughs so far. But I haven't really done any late game content at all. So anyways, sorry this video's been dragging for long. Hope you guys have some nice ideas. Let me know what you guys think, and see you guys later. Bye bye.